The Creative and Performing Arts School is on the way, and the project leader says it will be simply amazing.
Plus, Anne-Marie Davis's work is paying off. She was recently awarded by a global organization, and Felicity Darville is up next with the skinny.
Also, the 35th Bahamas Bridal Show is now history. Details straight ahead.
And coming up in sports, Devin Charlton defends her world indoor title.
The Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Just want to put it out there, Marlena, there are about 8 Bahamians playing in March Madness this year.
I know, I heard that from various schools, and I think we have a couple of coaches in there too.
Yes, we should be so proud. We must be on the lookout, though. But for now, let's dive right into the news, shall we? A continued commitment to the highest standard of artistic quality and innovation in performances is what should be expected. The Creative and Performing Arts School of the Bahamas announced its partnerships, job opportunities, and registration dates. West Calix Forbes was there.
I want to be famous!
The Creative and Performing Arts School, set to transform arts education in the Bahamas, announced a groundbreaking partnership with United Talent Agency based in Beverly Hills, California.
I really want to be an animator.
The major milestone is expected to provide students with direct access to industry training opportunities in acting, dance, music, creative writing, stage production, and more. UTA's Sam Glenn is excited about this collaboration.
We look forward to bringing the best of costume designers, set designers, lighting designers, writers, directors, and choreographers to the Bahamas to interact with your students and show them what career paths lay ahead. In addition, we're hoping that some of those students will come and do internships with us in LA, in New York, in London, across the Commonwealth.
Slated to open its doors in September 2025, campus will offer a conservatory-style education designed to equip students with the skills needed to excel in the creative economy. It will include a Bachelor of Arts degree, course diplomas, and certificates. Ian Poitier, project leader, says auditions for prospective students from 18 years will take place in May.
It's going to be as inclusive as possible. We don't want anybody who has the talent or the inclination or the ability to feel that this is something that's not possible for them. I'll talk about it a bit later when I talk about financing, but as a reminder, the government of the Bahamas has agreed, in line with policy and tertiary education, that every Bahamian will attend on full scholarship.
In addition to student recruitment, campus is actively seeking faculty and staff, highlighting the need for experienced educators and industry professionals. The Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, BTVI, is campus feeder program.
At BTVI, a lot of these offerings are already there. We heard about carpentry, cosmetology, hair, makeup, etc. These are programs that are underway as we speak.
This initiative will commence September 2025. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm West Calix Forbes.
Can't wait. Well, wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, has proved to be a formidable advocate for women's rights, not only here at home, but around the world, working with government leaders and women's advocates on a gender priority strategy with a toolkit to be implemented far and wide. Well, during a special event in New York, she was honored for her work and her guidance. Felicity Darville tells us more.
From the 2024 68th Commission on the Status of Women to the 69th session held this month, Ms. Anne-Marie Davis helped to guide the Gender Priority Strategy, which is designed to drive issues on women and girls through policy, education, advocacy, research, and solutions.
The Hunger Solutions Program is an excellent initiative that aims to reduce hunger and food insecurity, a challenge that disproportionately affects women and girls around the world. And how can we talk about empowerment when so many of our sisters are still denied the most fundamental human right, the right to food, to nourishment, and to life itself? So this is why you see how serious we are here at the GEPS Forum.
The Africana Women Working Group High-Level Initiative honored Mrs. Davis in New York during its side event on the Gender Priority Strategy Global Ambassadors Forum.
But we still cannot be satisfied with just growth alone. Not when the gap between words and actions still grows wider. Not when millions of women and girls continue to experience abuse, poverty, limited access to education, and inadequate health care. Not when climate change, conflict, and economic injustice disproportionately affect women worldwide. Our mandate is clear, you know. Our mandate in this room is clear. We just accelerate action. Our mission is urgent. Achieve justice is what we have to do. Our promise is uncompromising. We have to empower every woman and every girl.
Mistress Davis encouraged women to keep pushing boundaries and making their voices heard like never before. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Davo.
Thanks a lot, Felicity. Well, brides and grooms-to-be were in for a real treat yesterday as the 35th Bahamas Bridal Show took place at the Bahamas Resort on West Bay Street. Mauritian Burrows was there and filed this report.
From dazzling gowns to the perfectly curated decor, brides-to-be had endless options at this year's Bahamas Bridal Show. With 40 vendors ready to help couples design their dream wedding and endless promotions available, event host Nicole Henderson says that this year's show provides a one-stop shop for all in attendance.
Any major event that you're planning for your life, you can come here and be a part of the planning process. If you don't have someone to plan for you, we have someone to do that. And they can take you through every area of your life, whether it be home building, home ownership, whether it be cake, persons dealing with even cosmetic needs. We have that all here under one roof. The Bahamas Bridal Show is a one-stop shop here.
With a diverse panel of vendors ranging from real estate companies to event planners, attendees are able to fully immerse themselves in the experience and find which vendor suits them best.
We are a videography and photography service. We're originally from Freeport, but we have expanded into Nassau because love everywhere, you know what I mean? Love wins. So we wanted to place ourselves where all of the engaged and even married couples who are renewing their vows, or even if they're having any kind of special event, we wanted to bring our service directly to them.
And we offer party rentals for parties, regular weddings, you got graduation, everything. Anything you need, we got it for you. And we ain't working with the Bahamas. We're the best in the world, global, international.
We have, services where you're looking for a home, and you want to build a family, you want to go larger, you want to find your dream investment. You probably want to find something, that'll benefit you in the long time because, buying real estate or selling real estate is an investment opportunity.
And even with 35 years worth of good experience, event coordinator Makiva Wallace says that planning something to this magnitude is definitely quite the feat.
You would think that it gets easier with time. It never does. So it's always trying to get all the vendors together because every year we have 40 vendors. So it's having to deal with 40 vendors, getting them sorted, booking the hotel. So it's always a challenge, especially when you have to deal with so many personalities. And then during our fashion show, there's another 40 models that you have to deal with. And then there's our staff and our production team. But I think we do pretty good because, people love the show. And so everybody works together to ensure that we have a wonderful show.
With a total of 40 vendors and approximately 1,000 people in attendance, it's safe to say that this year's bridal show was a success. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Mauritian Burrows.
Well, reading opens up a world of opportunities for early learners between the ages of 5 through 13, something the Safe Space Foundation is hoping to share with students in this age group by hosting a reading book club each Saturday at the Elizabeth Estates Library. Co-founder and president Gabrielle Raming says about 10 students have already signed up, ready to enhance their literacy and reading skills.
We reached out to the public library system and asked to partner with them and host the book club at the public libraries because we believed in the accessibility of, education and literacy. So we've been seeing a continuous growth since September of 2024. The children are loving it. It also helps with the socio-emotional development of children. We sit down and talk about the experiences of the characters in the book. Children are able to develop empathy towards the different characters. They're able to discuss amongst each other what experiences they've experienced similar to the characters. An example is we talked about bullying once because the character was actually a bully, and one of our children admitted to being a bully. But we get to share things like that.
If you're interested in registering your child or children with the Reading Book Club, Raming has this advice.
We have signups online and also available at the Elizabeth Estates Library. So you can register a child online as well as attend the library, fill out a registration form and leave it there. You can also volunteer by signing up online, and we're going to make volunteer signups available at the library as well.
Still to come, ever heard of Dizzy Izzy? Well, if you haven't, it means you aren't on TikTok. We speak with this TikTok star right after the break, so stay close.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Minister Mr. Mario Bole.
In a high-spirited presser to announce the annual National High School Track and Field Championships, Sports Minister Mario Bole said this year's meet promises to be 3 days of an electrifying display of talent and heart.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and the B3As, is happy, proud to present the Super Club Breezers National High School Track and Field Championships, where the nation's top student athletes will go head-to-head, chasing glory and the prestigious national title. This isn't just any competition. It's a celebration of grit, determination, and sheer passion. It's where records will be shattered, limits will be tested.
Education Director Dominic McCartney-Russell noted that the Education Ministry's goal is not just about developing premier athletes.
When the Bahamas wins a medal at the Olympics, you cannot say that we have not won the whole Olympics. That's the kind of camaraderie that sports allows for a nation, and certainly for our children. And we want every campus to be a positive learning environment, a positive culture. And when you bring students together like that, you're able to do so.
Powered by Super Club's Breezes Resort, the theme for this year's Nationals is Breaking Limits, Achieving Greatness. Competition is slated for March 20th through 22nd, 2025. I'm Adama Williams for Ed Talk.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
You're looking at a live shot of the Luca Kyrie behind the British Colonial Hotel in downtown Nassau. It's a beautiful shot there by our drone pilot, Destiny Reed. Well, where are we flying to today? I think we're going back to Exuma. Let's go.
Reducing the size of our stray animal population is crucial in minimizing potential health risks, animal welfare concerns, and even environmental issues. And the most effective way to reduce this population is through the spaying and neutering of animals. Corval Pyfrom shows us love tonight, on how an organization is doing its part to make that happen across the country, island by island.
The Bahamas Alliance for Animal Rights and Kindness, or BARC, has a simple yet profound mission: to carry out spay, neuter, and education projects to reduce the homeless animal population and end the suffering of cats and dogs across our country.
We are not a shelter. We are designed to reduce the suffering by spay and neuter.
Since its founding back in 2009, the organization has supported the spaying and neutering of thousands of these animals.
We average about 4 to 5,000 free spays and neuters per year for the islands of the Bahamas.
The generous donation of a completely outfitted, state-of-the-art mobile clinic allows BARC to take its efforts beyond New Providence and into the family islands.
I can honestly say I don't think there is a team that cares more about the animals than this team.
We recently met the team made up of about 19 volunteers carrying out operations in Steventon, Exuma. They went door to door in the surrounding communities collecting these animals, eventually getting them to their makeshift site. Some of these four-legged friends needed some extra medical attention, and all of them seemed to just like the TLC. Lissa McComb is BARC's co-founder and vice president.
People are excited, they care about their animals, and they don't have the means to put up fences and contain them, so their animals are getting into fights and mating, and there's just puppies and kittens. So when we come down here, they're driving to us, they're excited.
The group's mission in Exuma was made possible in large part by Island MP Deputy Prime Minister Jess Takupa, who calls this exercise a demonstration of compassion in action.
Exuma has its share of what we call stray animals, and for the benefit of the community, benefit of our tourism industry, and really a show of support for the residents who love their animals. We thought this would be an important occasion, really, to get BARC to come here to Exuma to put on this initiative.
After BARC completes its mobile work here in Steventon, it's off to Georgetown. By the time it's all said and done, they expect that more than 300 animals would have been either spayed or neutered. In Steventon, Exuma, for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pfeiffer.
That's great news for Exuma and such wonderful work, LaDawn. Well, if you frequent the TikTok act, then for sure you know Dizzy Izzy. He joins us tonight in studio for the first time. Welcome to Access Now.
Oh, welcome, and thanks.
Well, first off, we got to start from the beginning. What should I call you? Should I call you Dizzy? Should I call you Izzy? Dizzy, Izzy, the whole thing?
You call me Dizzy.
Dizzy, okay. So, Dizzy, our digital manager told us you have an amazing story. So, can you tell us, who is Dizzy Izzy? Tell us that story.
Well, it all started, people would think I had a good life growing up, but I really had ups and downs from young. I was like a rude child back then. Sure, I was doing a lot of things I shouldn't have done. Getting in fights, being rude to teachers. Was in program shore for like 2 years. I went to Simpson Pen for like 7 months. I was in an environment like, around gang members, but I always had a head on my body, so I never used to ride gang. So yeah, I was getting suspended, doing all type foolishness. I ended up getting sent up to Simpson Pen. So hard was, so when I got released, I couldn't went back to school right away. So I just used to be home, not doing nothing. So I used to like make people laugh, like I was always a class clown.
Right.
Them type of things. So I used to be home making like memes, just funny memes. So I end up, one of my friends, Jello, he used to do like videos, so I end up going in like 2 videos. And then from then, like I see how the traction was coming, so I branch off and I started doing my own videos.
And now you've gone from making your classmates laugh to the country laugh. So how did you make your way onto TikTok? And people are loving the skits and performances so much. Are you able to profit from it?
Yeah, from advertisement, promotions, hosting parties, things of that sort. So, yeah, that's how I profit from it. And where we at now?
So I know you were saying that you had originally been in some other videos collaborating with other people. So how did you initially decide to make that switch for yourself to go onto TikTok solo?
Oh, like, I started from Facebook though, like from a long time. See, that's why I say like Simpson Pen really cost me getting into it, because it was at a point in time when I was doing my videos, I used to say oats and bread. I learned that from Simpson Pen, because we used to get off and say that in there. Like oats and bread, we never scared. I ended up saying in one of my videos, and she ended up going viral. So That's why I look at things like everything has happened for a reason. So if that bad thing didn't happen in my life, I probably might didn't make it yet.
And so you're here now, but what's the next step for Dizzy Izzy? What's next for you?
I just know clothing. I'm trying to start a clothing line with members, like, you know, a traditional vibe. And I trying to act in a live play. Like, I need to take my acting skills to the next level.
Well, we see Campus is opening up soon, so maybe you'll be in there coming shortly.
Yes, Mom.
Well, we can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Maybe next time we can get a performance live. Maybe. Well, let's check in with our Total Sports team to see what's coming up.
Devin Charlton repeating as 60-meter world champion, and some young swimmers getting some advice from an Olympic gold medalist. Details of those stories and more coming up in sports.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Custom Computers and Alive on the business spectrum, we work well together. We want to offer clients the best in technology.
What Custom Computers is offering for the Alive business partnership is HP Pro small form factor desktop. We're including with it the 27-inch conferencing monitor, so you can have that meeting at home or at work in a private area, just like you're sitting next to that person.
Your Monday sports check, everyone. Topping sports, Devin Charlton retaining her crown as the world indoor 60-meter champion, but it certainly was not easy. Here's a look at the highlights. And it's back-to-back titles for Bahamian hurdler Devin Charlton, the world record holder, successfully defending her 60-meter hurdles title, winning a thrilling race of record depth in 7.72 on Sunday at the World Athletics Indoor Championships in Nanjing, China. Before this final, the record number of athletes finishing under 780 in a single race was 3. Yesterday, the top 6 all beat that mark, of course, with Charlton again taking the top spot. Daji Kampunji from Switzerland taking silver in 7.73, and Jamaican Akira Nugent getting bronze in 7.74. Charlton got off to a traditionally great start, and while her rivals tried hard to chase her down, the Bahamian held them off by only hundredths of a second to secure her second successive world indoor title and her third world indoor medal overall. Of course, winning the title last year and a silver in 2022. Devin is expected to return home on Tuesday with a small celebration set to take place on Wednesday. Now let's look at your sports on this Monday. A check on weather when we return.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
Fuel the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Big 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey.
It's time now for your Access weather forecast, and the drought conditions continue across the 700 outlets today, but there is an upper-level trough in the Gulf of Mexico that will be advecting some moisture in our area, so we'll see some showers developing late tomorrow afternoon, and that will carry over into Wednesday morning as well. Now, your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where we bulk up your business. In the northwestern islands tonight through Wednesday, those winds, they're going to be light and variable, flat sea conditions, so beautiful boating conditions for the next 24 hours. Low tide will take place at 10:31 tonight. You can expect another low tide at 11:29 tomorrow morning. Now, for the central parts of our country tonight into Wednesday, the flow will be out of the southeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And then for the southeastern islands tonight into Wednesday, a little stronger winds there. Southeast at 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So caution flags are in place for boaters in the southeast Bahamas into the middle part of this week. That's going to do for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
It's time to lose my mind, cause it's my time. All this liquor up in me feeling nice, nice. All this something up in here and they taking wine. So back this thing up, y'all, let me mash it from behind.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. LaDawn and Malina.
Thanks a lot, Basil. So what's up next, Malina?
Well, it's that time. Time for Let's Talk Socials with Matea Cunningham.
Social media, the place where we lose our worries, stresses, and attention spans. Hi, my name is Matea, and you're watching Let's Talk Socials, the social media segment where I update you, the public, on all things trendy in the socials. Now, if you've been watching for a while, you've seen us discussing the viral Will Smith and Ashley Banks stance trend. Well, making waves in Bahamian social media is the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll, Minister of Labor and Public Service of the Bahamas. Why, you may be asking? Simple answer. She and her team dare not miss out on this trend. Roll the tape.
Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety.
When we think government officials, we think serious suits and straight faces, as they hold professional and important roles. However, it's refreshing to see them in a light-hearted nature, dancing, smiling, and enjoying a TikTok trend. It's content like this that reminds us that, say it with me now, they're people too. I'd love to know your thoughts on today's feature, so if you're watching on the Facebook or YouTube live stream, comment down below. If you're watching in your living room, simply shout at your TV, but make sure no one else sees or hears you. I'm Matea, and this has been Let's Talk Socials.
Elaine, I think the Access Now team needs to try that. I know you're on board, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
And that's a wrap for us, Marlena.
So stay tuned for the rundown with the one and only Clint Watson.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.